Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to point out that the narcissist does care. At least most of the time, they care about your relationship and your situation. Perhaps not for the reasons that you want them to, but there is some care there. Now, I think a lot of times survivors may confuse care and love, because I do adamantly present and state time and time again that no, the narcissist doesn't love you. But just because the narcissist doesn't love you, it doesn't mean that the narcissist doesn't care about your relationship and what's going on here. All right. So let's just take a basic definition of the word care. And it says here, feel concern or interest, to attach importance to something. Okay, that's pretty simple there, And for my definition of love, I love to use the Bible's definition. I want to start out with that one and then just go to the basic Google definition here. But if we look in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 7, it says, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrongs, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Now that's just beautiful right there. I don't think any other definition can top that one. But here with Google, it says an intense feeling of deep affection. Okay, fondness, tenderness, warmth, intimacy, attachment, endearment. Okay, so these are all the things that Google is saying, and those were some synonyms that they listed as well. All right, but we know that we're not actually being intimate with a narcissist. We know that we are meeting their representative, that they are mirroring us and, not being naked and vulnerable in front of us or anybody, including themselves. So no, they didn't love us, but there was some care. And, if you don't realize it by now, the care was the supply. The care was protecting their ego and their grandiose image that they presented to you, that they want you to keep upholding even when they drop the mask. That's what they were caring about. They were caring about, their image, of course. We know that narcissists are severely focused on image, and even obsessed with it at times. So that's what the care was. The care was not shaming and guilting themselves. The care was not getting in contact with their subconscious and that deep voice inside of them that tells them that they are worthless. That's what they cared about, guys. Not your loyalty, not your devotion. I mean, those are just, what would I call them? Those are just, they're just symptoms. They're just little elements, if you will, that help protect the bigger picture, which is all centered around them and how they feel and how they perceive themselves. And that's why they can be getting a different supply from different people, maybe doing different things that stroke and protect this one unit of things, the central nervous system, if you will, of the narcissist, that they want to constantly have a shield around are basically a barrier that no one's attacking, but only uplifting in their perception. Okay, so you're trying to help them and make them better. They could take that as you're trying to shame them. You're trying to hurt them because you're trying to change them. You're not accepting them, that grandiose image. You're seeing behind the mask and you're trying to get to that person. Hey, I didn't give you permission to get to that person. The person that I want you to have and interact with and acknowledge and, communicate with is just the person with the mask on. And even when they drop that mask, they want to be treated like they didn't, But I don't really want to digress in this video as far as their psyche and those aspects. But I do want to point out that, it's the narcissist can care about losing a supply, and especially if they don't have anything else lined up too. If you want to just look at it, in the most illogical senses. Yeah, if they don't have anyone else that can stroke them and add to their appearances in the way that you have, they're going to care very much. And, that's when all the phone calls comes and the baby, please, I'm sorry, forgive me. And then the empty promises and all of that will shortly follow after that, and whatever they have to do to get you back in their grasp so that you are, again, helping that central system of theirs that they constantly want to protect. And, that's their self-image, their self-esteem. That is the main thing, their self-image and their self-esteem, guys. Everything is centered around that. And you being that distraction, like I said, from the shame, from the guilt and the hurt and the pain that they felt, chances are, from their childhood of, parental relationships that did not go in a healthy manner. Or, they were overly praised and it never got corrected, or they never had any type of groundingness. But I don't want to digress in that video because I will be uploading the poster child of the narcissist, or basically a video in which I talk about how narcissists are created. All right. But the narcissists do care, guys. They care more than not. They care. They don't go through all the effort of, this grand scheme in their mind, whether it works or not with you, to end up empty-handed. So they're going to care about the investment, their perceived investment in a situation and what they want out of it. That's what they're caring about. So no, they didn't love you, but it's possible, that they did care because, they wanted what they wanted, and they want you to play your part and your role. And when that starts to fall apart, it reminds them of some other spaces and places within themselves that they don't want to be in touch with, and they don't want to feel rejection. They don't want to feel abandonment. They don't want to feel failure. These are horrible things to a narcissist. All right. And that's why they have to have that other supply to quickly divert the attention, quickly coddle and soothe them, because they cared. They cared. They didn't want to have these feelings. They always want to have people to keep them from feeling these things. So they care very much about having that lined up. That's very important to them. They don't love it, but they care, guys. All right. And then, guys, there's a situation where their ego and their brokenness and their stubbornness to uphold their grandiose image is so strong and severe that it won't allow them to admit that they messed up. It won't allow them to show how hurt they are, or how, losing you in their life actually gave them some really bad karma or some really bad consequences, or how their life hasn't been right since they did you wrong. Their ego and that grandioseness in them and that need to run away from feeling shame and guilt, it doesn't blind them, because they know in their subconscious, but they will work overtime, if you will, to present a strong face to you to, to put on that strong face basically, because they don't want you to know that it got to them. They will pretend like they didn't care. Okay? But if we think about it in this sense, look, you went through a whole lot to try to get me, to try to trick me, to try to manipulate me, to try to, extract this supply from me. You went through a whole lot. People, you put a lot of energy into that. So I don't know who you're fooling, but you cared on some level. You cared. You didn't love me, that's for sure. That wasn't love. It wasn't love, but you cared. You cared. And that's what it is. But like I said, it's the ego, that grandioseness. And like I said, they're constantly needing to protect their self-image and their self-esteem, or really is the lack of it, and it's the false ones that they need to protect because they don't want to touch on the real ones. And admitting these things is going to take them right back to their real self-esteem and their real image, guys. All right? So, yeah, they care. They care whether they want to front or not. And, you'll see it. They don't have to even verbally tell you this at times. You can see what's going on. Or sometimes God give you a front row seat, or somebody drop some information on your lap, because you know how they're going to use the social media to try to help them with that image. But you all know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what's going on behind the scenes. And they will act like they don't care when they do. So I definitely wanted to present that angle of the situation as well, because I'm always talking about seeing angles. You hear me say that a lot of times. And you guys fall for the fake image again. Once you're not with a narcissist, you're still falling for the fake image, because now they're giving you the fake happiness. They're acting like, it didn't devastate them in any type of way. Like it wasn't nothing for them to lose you. Like you weren't giving them anything. Some of y'all was like taking care of the narcissist all the way around. They had to find somebody else to fill that void. And it still don't mean that person is doing it quite as well or with as much ease or kindness. Okay? So, don't get caught up in their fake facades yet again. I just want to caution you against that. I really want to caution you. But I'm making this video to just let you guys know that appearances aren't always what they are. And that's something that we learn. We learn when we're dealing with them. But then after the fact, it's still the same. It's still the same. It hasn't changed for the next person. It's still the same. But they want you to fall for that illusion again. But you already fell for it before, and we're not going to do that here on this channel. I don't want any of my survivors falling for that again. You have to understand, they care about that image. All right, and there I use the word care. They care about that. They don't love things, but they care about things. All right, it's self-serving to them, or so they feel it is. But I need you guys to understand that, okay? So I hope that this message is helping somebody, unlock their mind as far as understanding narcissistic abuse a little bit more, and the fact that, no, they never loved you. They don't even love themselves. All right? But it doesn't mean that they didn't care. But as I said, they're caring for reasons that you wouldn't want it to be. Okay, but in their toxicity, in their darkness, this is where they're vibrating, and this is how their minds work, guys. All right. So if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Lots of videos here, guys. I believe over 500 to help you understand narcissistic abuse, to help you understand psychology, your shadow work, and relationships, especially the one that you have with yourself. All right. Watch them and, take what you can to help you in your journey. Great ways to support the channel is, of course, to always like the videos, make comments, share the content. Emotional maturity needs to be taught. It is not taught in schools. So when you find a channel like this, share this information with your friends, with your family, with your children. Let's stop this generational thing where we're just so book smart and then, we're not as strong in our muscles and intelligent when it comes to relationships. We really need to understand this stuff. And after what you've gone through, you definitely wouldn't want your loved ones to not know about this. So, on your journey, now that you know, each one teach one, pass this information on, guys. All right. And with all of that being said, I do have a support group, guys, for survivors of narcissistic abuse over on Facebook. That link is below all of my videos. Inbox me and let me know that you are a survivor. I put a daily thread on there where you can go vent, where you can share information. If you're having a bad day, other survivors will come on there and uplift you. And I always go back to the threads when I can. All right. With that being said, guys, I do offer one-on-one coaching. If you are interested in that, visit my website, www.LaKiaCrawford.com. Take a look at all of the different packages and services that I have available. I do this via voice calls, FaceTime, Skypes, email coaching. I have mobile text support, a limited amount of people. So a limited amount of people can be a part of that. But, as people come in and out of it, spaces are available. And as of today, there is space available for someone that wants to do the mobile text support. All right. With all of that being said, I want to thank you guys for all of the support that you do show to this channel. I love the growth of the channel, and I've met a lot of fantastic people. Keep showing all that love, and I'll definitely keep pouring it back out to you guys. All right. With all of that being said, continue to do the work. Never give up on yourself. All right. And until next time, please take care.